Whoa!
Well, what'd you drop?
Okay. I'm just playing around with the...
Oh, your token stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's got some freaky settings on there.
Let's go.
Yeah, now
There we go.
I was gonna say, yeah, the side effect is, yeah, it can be huge and it can be super invasive.
That is really cool. Did you upgrade your foundry to get that to the?
I'm on 7.9.
Okay, that's the one I'm on.
Yeah, it was there in 7.8 too.
I guess I missed that.
But yeah, it's just if you go, like I said, into the token under vision,
yeah,
it has their vision light, and then it has whether or not they broadcast light. So
there we go. That's a little bit less intense.
Yeah, I keep it around 50%, maybe a little less, because it can get crazy.
Yeah.
And what's weird is if you get a bunch of the similar ones that stack, like you saw when the two people got together, it intensifies it quite a bit.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, you're seeing what you're seeing effectively. Now, for whatever reason, I'm not catching everybody's from Hangouts. Why? There we go. I have to have the windows stacked a certain way or they won't work. There we go. So, yeah, Panda, you were out and about getting the rumor mill.
Gavin was heavily researching over in Silvery Moon.
Yep.
Trying to figure out how to combine these things and where the other ones might be and what the ritual is to actually make it happen. And once he learns that some form of a time stop has to be initiated, he will also start researching if there are other methods to get that effect. I know out of character, I know that there's a potion that will give it to you. Whether or not he comes across that knowledge or not, it's a different story.
Okay. Real quick, I'm going to give you the chain of events. Mechanically, I'm going to give it to you and how it works. We can talk RP, how this fits a little better, but I'm going to send this to you. Okay? And then that. And those 4 have to be made before time stop ends. And then once time stop ends...
I've only got the last 2. Resend it again. I accidentally closed my window and had to relog back in, so it's probably...
Oh, okay. Let me know when you're all the way in.
I'm in. I see the last 2. I just missed the first 2.
Okay, there's that.
Gotcha.
That.
Gotcha.
And then you got the saves, right?
No, that's what I didn't have.
Okay.
I got the 2 spells.
Okay. Hang on. And then it's... at their respective DCs. You have to make
At
those.
which DC? what's the DC? Or is that unknown?
That's unknown.
That is unknown. Okay.
But effectively, that's what it needs to do. You're going to roll the first one to know what to do. The first one to calculate how to do it, or the second one to calculate how to do it. The third one to do it. And the fourth one is to effectively, like, reel from it.
Gotcha.
Each one has a side effect. Failing the wrong one could fail the entire thing, depending on how bad you fail. Things like that. But that's effectively the ritual of it.
Got it.
Like I said, that's the mechanical version.
Okay. And we can...
Yeah, how RPs will be very different.
Right.
Because that first spell is a 10-minute cast. But that's supposed to help attempt to contain the losing of the parts.
Okay.
The second one is because everything is quote-unquote supposed to be done all at once.
Okay.
Which effectively is impossible without that. And then the act of doing it.
Those are saves, not skill checks, right?
Those are saving throws.
Got it.
They're all saving throws.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go make sure the captain was awake.
No problem. I was just...
Is that what you're calling him now?
Well, no, we've got a flight back to the States that we got to leave for in about 30 minutes.
Oh, at least you're coming back, right?
Yeah, so I'll be back home for next session and should be perfectly fine.
Well, all you guys are going to do is go say hi to some, nice cultists in purple and, shake hands and be like, hey, what's up?
So
I'm going to sell out the entire group and take control of the dragon cult.
Yeah, and if you work it right, everybody's getting married with AC boost, right?
Yeah, beacon of light and all that.
Yeah, whatever you guys do, choose your spells now. You've had a couple days to prep for this, so go ahead and prep your spell list, prep your whatever you're gonna do. So, I've already shown Sean what he what Serenity sees through the mirror. In theory, I could show you how. That's where I'm going to put you anyway. When you guys basically start, and then depending on how you, like when you step out of the mirror, you'll be like right there.
Yeah.
So.
Anybody seen Revenant last couple days?
You'd send him to Neverwinter, remember, to go get you stuff. It's a
Yeah.
long trip.
I know.
It's a long trip.
It's like, he should be back by now. I hope he didn't cart off with my gold. Bastard.
Well, the trade-off is...
He probably carted off with your gold.
The trade-off is, even if you guys wired him up to Cloudwalk there, unless he knows the symbol for the teleport to return, he's got to hoof it.
Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah, because he memorizes that shit.
He didn't have to. I carved it on his chest with a knife.
Yeah. I hope there was no skin tears because any wrong marking on that's going to send him somewhere weird. He'd be aight.
You guy.
We already determined that anyway. He's probably a dustman by now.
Yeah.
Real quick, what level druid spells can he cast?
Huh?
What's his highest level druid spell?
Let me open this thing here. Let's see. Features. He is a 10th level druid.
Is that 6th or not? Can't remember. I'll look it up.
7th.
He's a half caster.
Oh,
Nah, druids are full casters.
Are they?
Well, yeah, but he's also a ranger.
Right. I just don't know what
his spell book is showing potential for a single 7th level spell.
But okay, I'll figure it out. Don't just give it a second.
Because actually, needed to do that anyway. But yeah.
Nah, he can't cast. I was wondering if he casts 6th level spells. There's a 6th level druid spell that'll let him basically instantly teleport anywhere, but he can't cast 6th level. He's limited to 5th.
Yeah, his 6th level spell is still 0/0.
Yep.
Worthless frickin' druid.
Otherwise, he'd be able to cast Windwalk on himself.
I'm gonna say
Hey
Ninja's
man,
like that too.
eventually, I will be a druid one day.
Not this character.
And he's gonna turn into badgers.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna try to go monkey. Just
Well,
kidding.
if I'm not mistaken, gorilla is on the list of things that druids can shapeshift into. I think their
Yeah.
CR is low enough.
I've really thought about going either shepherd, either shepherd or what's the other one that came out in one of the books?
Dreams or spores.
Ooh, it's shepherds and moon, the one with that shape shifts for the wild shape.
Moon.
Okay, those two been teetering across.
Yeah, the moon one, if I'm not mistaken, is like the shapeshifter extraordinaire.
Yeah. Dreams of Moons are really fun until like around like 10th or 11th or something like that. They surge and dip.
Well, that's when you go monk, and then you kung fu fight as a monkey.
Yeah, that totally works. All right, how many prepared spells am I supposed to have?
Prepared spells?
Yeah, I fucking forgot that.
All of them.
It says in your thing. Hang on.
Let's see, Paladin.
It's like a certain number plus your charisma.
It doesn't do it automatically. Damn it!
No.
I gotta do math.
Hang on. I mean, I can look it up for you super quick here.
Preparing. Ow.
Spellcasting.
Charisma plus half your paladin. So.
Charisma modifier plus half your paladin level rounded down.
So I'm at 19, so 18.
So it's 9 plus your charisma modifier.
Alright, 9 plus my charisma modifier, so it's 12. Ooh,
That's how many you can prep a day.
Alright, let me unprep a lot of these bitches then. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh shit. 9.
Oh, and Sean, I don't know if you know, but
10.
In a Facebook group, I saw somebody post a post that for Foundry, there's a module that lets you put token counters on a token.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, you know how we can put like the number on the symbol?
Yeah.
Similar to that, apparently.
Huh.
So, trying to figure that out. I pinged the guy. I'm like, what module? But the guy was saying there's a way to do counters on the tokens.
I'm just sorting out my calendar and my merchants.
Yeah, that's one of the only reasons I didn't do the calendar. Like, merchants aren't too bad if you use the, like the, uh, loot NPC or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The same way I
Yep.
did your group loot
Yep.
box.
That's what I'm. See, I was able to automate their inventories. So basically, I can update and change their inventories whenever I want.
Yeah.
And they pull from certain lists depending on what kind of merchants they are.
Yeah.
And then I've made monsters now drop loot.
Oh, nice.
So when they kill the monster, it swaps the token and makes a loot sheet, and they can actually go in and loot the monster.
See, I might have to have you show me how to do that. That sounds.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
It takes a little bit of prep, but basically,
still sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
What makes it swap for the other token? Is that an automation?
It's a trigger. It's from Trigger Happy.
From Cub. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Basically, you just send a contingency that when it dies and that condition shows up, it swaps the token and pulls from the loot sheet.
So you just change the character sheet for that token.
Yep.
Nice. I had to play it. Yeah, that sounds something cool.
It's pretty simple once you go through it.
Once you figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized that I haven't been having my I choose my 5th level spells that I was supposed to have on my oath. And I was like, oh, cool! I totally forgot I had these. Hold Monster and Greater Restoration.
That would have been helpful.
Well,
sorry guys.
Hang on. What's the material component on Greater Restoration?
It's a diamond.
It's always prepared. Yes.
No, but I'm saying, what's the material component for it?
It is a diamond of 100. So 100? Yeah, diamond dust.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Which you guys?
So yeah, we can totally make.
Yeah,
we can
make. We can crap those.
He's like, I got gold coins. I got diamond dust all day.
I missed that. What spell?
Greater Restoration.
Greater Restoration.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't sure what the cost value was for it. Okay. So I'm guessing you're basically waiting at least until Panda comes back. After Panda comes back, how long do you attempt to wait for Revenant?
Attempt to wait for Revenant?
Yeah.
At least, I'd say at least an extra day.
Okay, because Panda was gone like 4 days.
Yeah, because if he ain't back in 5 days, I'm going to start bad talking him and basically say, you know, this guy bounced. He took our gold.
We'll deal with him in a little while.
I've never trusted him, and as soon as I lost his soul, he thinks he can do whatever he wants to.
Poor Revenant.
Bye, man. City of Doors could be a fun side quest.
Oh, yeah.
Just to go beat him up.
What's that? Well, when Destiny changed identities, technically the contract was to Destiny, not Serenity, so a lawyer could probably argue it, but
she's lawful evil, so you know.
Yeah.
Yes, but I am the law, and so I'll adjudicate what's right or wrong there.
Well, what's worse about it is lawful evil, as described, is the lawyer alignment. So if you were going to argue a case,
yeah,
all lawyers are lawful evil.
Yeah, you obey the law to the letter of what you need.
Yep. Malicious compliance.
Well, the way I've always described it is 2 lawyers argue the same event for opposite outcomes on their side of the argument. If that isn't the ultimate definition of using the law to get what you want and being lawful evil. There's no other way to describe it. Because you both use the same set of laws to get absolutely opposite outcomes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can find them for me.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to find them for you. You should be on your chair or on your bed.
Okay. So you guys were effectively here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Loki, come on.
they said you've been watching the
Okay,
whatevers.
you're sleeping in your bed.
Panda
No.
comes back.
Well, you're not doing what I asked you to do.
And report what he found. G2 reports in with what he found. So, did you want to attempt to do that before you left?
Me?
Actually, yeah. You actually don't have all the components, do you?
I don't. I need to figure out. Next thing I need to do is I need to figure out if there's an elixir of timelessness or something like that.
How to do it? Okay, yeah.
How to get a timelessness, and I'm gonna probably need to pick up a scroll for. There are other things I'm gonna have to do. So Gavin's prepping for it. He's studying. He's starting to compile the components.
Okay.
He also is going to need, Destiny and Ash's help because he also is convinced that whenever he tries this, who the hell knows what'll happen.
Now, okay,
And so-
you're College of Knowledge, right?
College of Lore. I am College of Lore.
Yeah.
But I am deity. I'm also now a cleric of knowledge.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so it brings me the question: how are you documenting this? Like figuring this rod out.
Documenting in my personal notes for now. But the idea being that once it's complete, he's still got to prove it out. It's like getting a theory.
Well,
You're
that's what I'm saying. But you are like analytically breaking this down into
personal notes. Yes.
Okay.
Probably personal notes written in a cipher in a invisible ink book that is stored in a cross-dimensional plane or something. Go from there.
He's like,
so you're going to entrust this to Serenity, right?
He's like, I'm writing it in Pig Latin, and
at some point, he's going to probably need Serenity's help because there's some of this that would be very risky to try without some help.
Perfect.
I'm gonna need you to train me to do something
Because
I really don't want to do.
Gavin is still under the impression that he's trying to get the rod because we wanted to power the Spelljammer.
Mm-hmm.
That's he's doing it thinking that, hey, we need to be able to do this. Now he is casting Mind Blank on himself every day to protect himself from the effects that he does know of the rod. And he actually will also tell
the so far effects.
Yes, so far effects. He will also, the next time he has a chance to kind of debrief with the group, he will say that he is casting spells of protection. That he's learned that the staff, when combined, has an influence on his personality and his mind, and that he is he's casting spells to help ward himself from that effect.
Well, there you go. There's your gem.
I don't want to make Ash do his job. Okay.
Say what?
You heard me.
Yeah, I'm surprised you still even have spells.
That's also something I've also realized. I'm like, man, I've been looking over this lawful neutral thing. I'm like, yeah, I really haven't been doing shit.
It wasn't the lawful neutral. I've actually been considering it and weighing it more because you did trigger darkness. A huge patch of darkness. But you are currently actively attempting to still fix it. So
that's my main thing. I've been trying to.
So we'll
oh
see.
shoot! Fix this. Fix this.
Well, like I said.
Because
you caused the great darkness, but you are taking responsibility enough to attempt to fix it. So
yeah, because ultimately
I haven't
the
stumped you
end
yet.
path from my character right now is he's going to be watching over this darkness thing that's where I'm seeing my future of this character.
You're gonna become the druid of the taint.
Yeah, basically, the Watcher of the Taint.
Yeah.
On Faerun.
It's like figure out how to go ethereal and just hang the fuck out. All right. So, you're there. Everybody got your spells. So you got your whatever. Here, let me prep this better so I can, because I got to see what the hell I'm doing here. Where we at? Grixus.
Panda, Ashai, Gavin, and Grixus, I will tell them what I have observed from the Dragon Cult.
Okay.
And
well, that becomes a question too, because I know Ash said something about disguise self and stuff like that, and I know you have enough knowledge to be able to also do this. Is this part of your prep?
Yes,
I don't have disguise self.
I do.
Perfect. You
Not
can put
that
it in my
helps you,
Iron Stone.
but
You can put it in my Iron Stone of reserve,
Okay.
and I can use it.
that'll work. But I want to prep everybody with mannerisms, hand signs.
All right. Does
I know it's
anybody
not-
actually have a disguise kit?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
No, all I got is that
It's
spell
the
that he's
one
gonna give me.
thing. It's the one thing that I get from Assassin that I'm actually going to be able to use finally. It was such a bogus
He's like, oh my god.
subclass. Oh, I've hated it pretty much.
Well, it's also because we haven't really done anything espionage because,
Right.
it's usually shooting, gunning, and going, oh my god, let's hope we get the hell out of this before we die.
Yeah. So, for the most part, I've read lips. I kind of know their language to a point. So, for the most part, we're gonna try to go in quietly, infiltrate the tree, because that is where they're coming in and out of and disappearing. Something's in there. I don't know what's in there, but there is at least 20 cultists, if not more. So be prepared for that.
How long are you thinking we need to be able to keep up the disguise?
I'm not real sure.
So like,
Because-
do you go disguise kit for infinite, or like, are you going to go disguise self for an hour?
I'm going disguise kit for me.
Okay, and on that, I will need you to roll.
Okay.
And then this will become their DC to see through it.
Okay.
All right, guys. I got
That is deception, right?
You're proficient with the toolkit, right?
Yep.
You should be able to roll the toolkit.
Roll the two.
Hey, Grixus said he's gonna
All right.
bounce. Are you bouncing?
Hey,
Yeah, I gotta go get to the airport.
Safe travels.
and
get
then-
back to the
Safe
States,
travels.
man.
Don't forget to keep flapping the arms.
Yeah. Gotcha. Good luck. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, we'll keep Grixus safe-ish.
And now let him charge into battle like a maniac. It's what he does best.
Well, before you leave, are you going to let yourself be disguised?
I mean, yeah, he'll default to what the group thinks is best.
Well, I mean, you do kind of stand out even above and beyond.
Yeah, no, he will definitely take lead for what it would be the best approach to this.
Okay.
He could always be our rescue party.
Yeah, that's true too. All right, guys. Good luck.
Good luck, bud.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a decent DC for him.
Okay, so that's for Destiny. I assume you're going to help everybody else suit up per se.
Yeah, why did you use intelligence as the basis for that? Why would I would
Probably
think
gonna
you
get the
would-
disguise self on me. Give me a second.
Actually, what is deception? Deception's 4 now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on how you're going about it.
God damn it. Alright, give me a second. Where the fuck is this thing?
Okay. Now, that's the base DC, and that will flex up and down depending on their deception checks when required. That's a really good start, though.
Now, see, I could see intelligence for using the disguise kit on other people, but maybe charisma for doing it for myself.
I would think maybe
I don't know.
I would think maybe you use the deception when you actually go to impersonate somebody, and the disguise kit could either give you advantage, disadvantage, or normal depending upon how well you disguise. I mean,
Well,
it's
I
one
was
thing
thinking
to be
about
able
to use intelligence. Honestly, he's basing it off things he's learned, so that kind of makes sense.
It does.
Mm-hmm. It's actually a tool. A tool. I don't think does a tool get a skill check?
It does. It gets.
It does, and it does say that you can change which stat you use depending on its function.
Right.
So.
Like thieves' tools usually have dex.
Right.
But you can flip to strength if required.
Right.
Or maybe even like wisdom, depending on the intricacy of the trap or whatever. Okay, I am going to do this then. I'm going to pull you guys to the mirror.
Yeah, actually, what I'm reading says it is normally an intelligence check.
Okay. What you're viewing is roughly the vision from the mirror.
Something happened with my roll there. It actually is higher than a 22. Because it did not add my proficiency bonus. It just added my...
Did you mark that you're proficient with the kit?
I'm checking that, because I should be.
You should be at like a 28.
Oh, this is the Underdark.
No, it's not.
No. Okay.
Disguise kit. It forgot to add...
Proficiency?
Proficiency, yep.
Okay.
I will fix that.
And what's your proficiency? 6?
Plus 6. So
okay.
It should be a 28.
28? Yeah, the fact that you critted it. Okay. So we're dealing with a 28 base on at least visual representation.
Yep.
For sanity.
All right. Gavin, I'm assuming you are also...
No, Gavin is not proficient.
No.
In...
Are you allowing Serenity to help you?
Yes, I would let Serenity disguise myself up.
Okay, and Grixus said he would too. So you are all. That's the buff symbol is your base disguise there. That's what that is. And then depending on how bad you screw it up, we'll shift the DC up and down from there. All right. Like I said, that's what you see through the mirror. This here is a tree. And these things are just like gem clusters growing out of the ground. Alright. So, the question is, do you go through the mirror or not? Are you ready to go through the mirror or not?
I think I am.
Is G2 coming?
Hold on. Let me. I have still have those sanding stones. Let me give. I remember I gave one to Carpal. I'm gonna give one to Gavin, and I'm gonna give one Serenity.
Okay.
That way, if we ever get separated again, we can contact each other.
Okay. So everybody's got a walkie-talkie but Grixus?
Well, yeah, I couldn't afford another one. Don't think he's gonna be saying much on the stone.
I don't think we would bring G2 with us. I think we're going to leave him studying and guarding the castle and as a fallback. Serenity, you tell me if it's different. I mean, do we feel we need all hands on deck here, or are we?
No.
Well, another question is, are you bringing like full inventory stock? Are you bringing all your backpacks, all your gear, all your shit, or no?
I don't
Considering
really
the
have
fact
much other than my shit.
yeah, I mean, I would think
Nothing extra, but
all of our stuff.
I'm leaving a bunch of rations behind because I have a fuck ton.
Huh.
Okay.
1 second. I got one thing I need to do first. Bonk. Alright. I had to spend that spell slot. That's pretty much permanent, but that'll take the spell slot off.
Yep.
Alright, I'm ready, and if we do end up getting caught or something, I can always turn into a badger and run away.
It is forested. Okay, so basically everybody has what they are prepped to need.
I hope so.
What's the mind icon on your screen? What's the mind icon? The head with the little circular.
It's concentration.
Thank you.
Oh, it's supposed to be a couple of tokens. I haven't been able to take it away, and it's just like stuck there, which is weird because if you give yourself concentration, it does give you like 2 of them. It's super awkward. I don't know why it's there. I think it's a cub glitch, but I'm not positive.
I believe it is because I have it on my games too.
Yeah, I think it's just a glitch in one of the modules. All right. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. As you step through the mirror, behind you, you see it just, the room fades away.
That is cool.
Like I say, you see people, they're walking around, talking to each other, doing whatever. I've already checked. They don't seem to outright notice you immediately.
I'll start casually, start flying casually. Start moving towards the tree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna check my sword, pull it out a little bit. Is it glowing?
No.
All right, cool. And can I still communicate with my steed?
Did you bring it?
No, I didn't bring it. That's why I was asking. Is mine still within
It's got to be pretty close, doesn't it?
range? Has to be like, I think, Ooh, let's see. Greater speed. 1 mile.
You are farther than 1 mile from the castle.
Okay. I was just checking.
No, I'm
making
saying,
sure getting my bearings.
Well, I'm saying if you left it at the castle, you were definitely more than 1 mile from the castle.
Okay. Cool. We are far. Alright, what's the plan?
Who do I hit first?
Remember, we're going after their central power. We want to break them up. Make sure that they are no longer a threat to us.
Find the Marrow and break his knees.
Or whatever. If they're cultivating a new dragon. You know.
Are these all gems?
Yes. Yes, the big glowy things, those are gems. The tree is actually sprouting gems.
That's actually.
Are there any gems on the floor? Like any sprinklings or remnants of any kind that probably broke off of these?
Okay, hang on a second. Sorry. Gavin, that means to cast. And what's the question again?
Thank you.
What are you looking for?
I was just wondering if there's any of the remnants of the crystals or whatnot on the floor sprinkled around to examine.
Like, of these things?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go up to them, there's probably some that's
Okay.
handheld size or whatever. I do need everybody to make a perception check, though.
Okay, perception.
Yeah.
I like it how everyone is so much better than mine.
Wow, Grixus is actually trained in this. Well, Gavin and Destiny surely see it. But, do you see here, by this cluster here?
Mm-hmm.
You guys see a person come out of it. Like between the crystals, a person walks out of between the crystals. So. All right.
Continue. Making sure everybody stays, somewhat close-ish. As I lead them.
Okay, when you get about that close,
Mm-hmm.
the one will talk to you. One of these three will call over to you.
Yeah.
They say you look new. What's with the yellow?
I don't know.
No, it's Panda's doing something.
Is it Ash's aura, protection aura?
I'm just trying to see my my fiend aura and my undead aura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The short answer is you're not gonna have to worry about it right here.
Okay, perfect.
I'll confirm that yes, I am new.
She's like, yeah, we don't get many tieflings around here. She does seem to, it's a female. She's kind of viewing you up and down, kind of like, that, and you're not glowy like everybody else, so she's kind of like, Yeah, like something is different. But
Yeah. We're not glowy as everybody else.
yeah,
we're
notice how
not
everybody
glowy at
else
all.
has a glowy around them?
Okay, can I make an insight check to see why that is?
Sure.
You went all out of focus. You backed up and your camera lost its focus. You're like all fuzzy. There it goes.
There it goes.
Okay.
Caught it.
Yeah, your insight check, you're looking. Do you remember why you're here, Panda?
We're here to solve the riddle of if they're cultivating a new dragon.
What kind?
A what's the gem?
Amethyst.
The amethyst.
Okay. You notice that the glow seems to be coming from a holy symbol made from what looks like perhaps a amethyst dragon scale. And that's what's causing the glow.
Okay, and doing a quick search around me, there's none of that around the floor, is there?
Not dragon scales, no.
Just the gems.
But these crystal gems are they have a similar lighting about them.
Okay, and you said I did pick one up.
If you go over to one of them, you could probably find a stone. It wouldn't match because theirs have been like carved out with stuff on them, but.
Okay.
I will acknowledge her suspicious looks,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of make light of it. Like I believe you're underestimating how new I actually am.
Who brought you in?
I'll say one of the names of the people that I've learned from watching. Someone that is around infrequently.
Okay. Roll a deception.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It's like, oh. Okay. It seems to buy it. Like, all right, yeah. So, guessing you found the place okay?
Yes, we did. And I can say I can feel that I am in the right place. I had questions before, but now everything is clear.
Mm-hmm. What did I do? Where is it?
Just to ask, Serenity did tell us what the Dragon Cult name was, right?
I tried to fill in as much as I could of the things that I did learn, names, and you may not know probably like how I've learned like other people's names and stuff like that. Maybe if I'd picked out like a leader or someone of importance, I might have mentioned their name.
All right. Basically, yeah, she's like, well, perhaps then you're going to want to go check in. And she kind of points back to this crystal bunch way back here in the upper right. I don't know if you can see here. I'll throw a... She's like, over here.
Of course.
She kind of points around the tree. She's like, you might want to go check in.
Yep. That would be that would be where we were headed. Thank you.
Of course it was.
Namaste.
Yeah, when you kind of give your farewell,
Yeah.
this is what she says. She says, "Knox Force shine true."
Yes, I'm really good at pushing off the mat.
Is that in line with? Is that in line with what I've noticed?
It's the first time you've heard the word, but it's a name, so some of the names are a little harder to figure out.
Right.
So,
Okay.
because of accenting and things like that.
Right.
But yeah, you've heard a similar.
I've read
Now you've at least heard it said.
Okay, it's kind of like when you're reading words and you mispronounce them.
Well,
and you can tell that.
Well, it's like when you hear that, and you've never heard it out loud before.
Right, it's George.
Right.
Or Gorge.
Similar. It's a similar thing. You kind of like, I've seen your lips do the thing, but.
Or this is one of my favorites.
So pronounce that?
Syncope.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Syncope. Yeah, it's syncope.
Sure, it's not syncope.
But it's one of those words that unless you've heard it pronounced, if you only read it, it looks weird and.
Yeah, similar thing. It's a name like once you hear it, you're like, okay, that's
what it was. I will get that, and I'll give the appropriate response, which I'm guessing is the same thing.
It's an echo, yeah.
Yeah, it's an echo.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, Hail Hydra. One world, one people.
Yeah.
I finished watching that this morning.
Dude, I literally just watched Mortal Kombat right before we started playing, man.
Oh, did you? Is it pretty good?
True respect.
Good. That's good to know, because the last one sucked.
Well, they didn't try to build off that. They really went, we're doing this from ground zero, the beginning of the storyline, and they didn't fuck around. True respect.
That's good. I'll have to catch it.
The whole time I was trying to figure out who the main kid was, and I still don't recognize his Mortal Kombat character. I'm gonna have to go look him up. But yeah, the way they did the people was tight.
Have any of you guys watched Raven's Banquet? Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet?
Uh-uh.
It's an Apple TV. My wife and I were actually watching it.
That would be why I haven't seen it.
Yeah. But it's about a video game company making an MMORPG. And it's about like everything that goes, like all the shit that goes on inside the MMORPG development and all like that.
Wow.
Including the 14-year-old web blogger that is like center of attention because he commands like 14 million followers, so his word becomes God.
And he's like the journalist.
No, he has a blogger. He's basically a web blogger, and so like every time they release something, they immediately turn to his channel to see how well it was received.
Oh, he doesn't work for him. He just reports.
No, he doesn't. Exactly. He's just a web blogger. But they're like, and it's like, how is the fate of our company determined by this 14-year-old shithead?
Because we're in 2020 something. Okay, so that's how that works now.
I will be right back.
All right. So, do you guys head over that way?
Yes, and I'm actually going to go this too.
All right, we follow in the cluster. Is there anything inconspicuous about these trees?
Like I said, the big tree that's right here literally has gems growing out of it. The clusters are coming up out of the ground. The big clusters are coming out of the ground, but you can see like right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a gem coming out of the tree. Like that's a gem coming out of the tree.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Do I feel anything when I touch the tree? Or that stone, the gem?
No, there's like no heat radiating from it or anything like that, just light.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll wait for Destiny. She's the one who knows what's going on.
Well, that one walked away from his camera.
Serenity.
Okay, no one dink this up.
Okay. So we're good to keep moving then.
Good to keep moving.
Yeah, we were waiting for you to come back to actually do anything.
All right.
So
start. Shush. It's just me.
Yeah. This person is just kind of chilling by the tree, and they're totally eyeballing you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
The person here to your upper right, they're just kind of chilling, leaning up against the tree, but they're totally eyeballing you as you guys kind of walk by. You're straight getting the like yeah, fresh meat. Okay.
And Destiny's been called that before.
Yeah.
Fresh meat? Never.
Yeah.
Old used meat? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's been a while.
It's because Gavin's not a nice guy.
Get your nose down.
Okay. Do you guys go up to this crystal, more or less?
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of moving at casual speed, not rushing it.
Alright. Do you give me an investigation?
Okay.
Are all these cultists human or various races?
Most are human. You've seen at least one elf. But yeah, the majority so far are human. There's a crack in the crystals over here that you see how you saw the other one come out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a similar type thing over there.
Yep. Well, I'm pretty sure with that roll, I'm able to play it off as I already knew where it was.
Yeah, I know how these things work. What are you talking about? I was briefed. Yeah. So, like I said, basically, the crystal doesn't necessarily move, but the way they're like pillared, there's like a little, like you can squeeze through them. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, as you come in, they'll kind of make room for your entrance there. I'm gonna park him right there. But and now that you kind of know where that is, I'm gonna do this. That way I can do that. That's easier. Yep. So yeah, you're greeted in.
Mm-hmm.
They again obviously recognize you as instantly apparently new. They will ask again who effectively recruited you. Basic questions like that, your names, what you think your purpose here is. And that one you'll actually have to answer. Like those two questions you'll actually have to answer.
What my name is and what my purpose is?
Yeah, your names, because we need to know what to call you, and what you think your purpose is here.
Well, name is easy. Integrity.
Yeah. Oh.
Once again, following the normal theme of Tiefling names.
Yes. I can see why you might have been kicked out of your family. Yeah.
What's that?
Integrity. I can see why you got kicked out of your family.
And then our purpose, of course, is to further not Kavarts. Is that how I pronounce it? Not Kavarts, not teachings, but life and glory.
Okay.
Per se.
Actually, the way you worded that was near perfect, too. I'm not even going to make your roll.
Yeah.
Okay. You're like, oh, of course, yes.
Because I've heard them say it.
Yes.
Right, basically, in not that many words, but
Okay.
when they came and attempted to gank us, they said something very similar to that. So I remember that. That might have been like 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's why we're here. That's why all of us are here.
But isn't it? So, yeah, they kind of give you the little in brief. They do ask if any of you have clerical backgrounds. What your domains were.
Do we want to admit to that we've got cleric background to these guys or not?
I'm not a cleric.
Hey, Paladin, you got a cleric background.
I'm not a cleric. That would be a lie.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, I lived by the blade for much of my life.
I served a god. with my blade.
Well, here we do a lot less fighting if required. You know, usually the preservation of life takes precedence if possible. We take death very seriously when it must be doled out or when it is dealt. And there are those who would take it freely, and they're the ones that we are more or less looking to stop. They do have quarters for you, which they'll have to set up and get you checked in for. And things like that. Like I said, the basics. Show you where we eat, show you where we sleep. You know, wander far enough out into the woodline before you shit. Yeah, seriously, like, literally the basics.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's exactly what we need.
So one of them does go to start to show you where you would be. While she starts walking, you see her reach in a small pouch, and she does present each of you one of those scale gems. Do you present it as part of your uniform?
Yes. Just like everyone else.
Okay.
Wrap it
part
around
of the
my wrist,
disguise.
all that crap.
Part of the disguise.
Hang on, I gotta. Okay. So Destiny, you do it. Hang on.
Okay. This is definitely a representation of what Destiny is going through right now.
All right, Ash, do you do it?
I'm gonna inspect it.
Okay, effectively, you are going to realize that this is the equivalent of their holy symbol.
I'm not gonna put it on me, but I'll dangle it off of something that's not attached to me, like kind of like a backpack.
Well, I asked you if you brought your backpack and all your stuff, so yeah.
We did or we didn't?
Well, I asked if you had. Yeah.
Yeah, we're adventuring in here, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it around like a loop on my bag, but I'm not attaching it onto me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to put that on my person.
Yeah.
That's how she feels when she's putting that thing on.
No, just talking to these people, she's like, I want to kill them, stab them through the eyes.
Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes.
Yeah. But nice smile. Following the rules.
Totally out of our.
So yeah.
Out of any
like I said,
element here.
It gets bright in here because all these things have this shimmery light just coming off them.
Whoa!
So.
Okay, let's. Oh my God. It's so bright.
Anyone got shades?
Well, remember, a lot of these are humans, so this doubles as a kind of a lantern for them.
Yeah.
I can tell. That's pretty cool.
Just saying, it'd be really easy to snipe these people.
You could always disappear after. Out of character, of course.
Yeah, as Cultist 4 here leads you guys out of the crystal or whatever, you see this one kind of intercepts, and says that she'll show everybody around.
Can I
got it.
check out an insight on that?
Sure.
To see if she's or he is gonna. Yeah.
So far,
I'll get a good
everybody's
feeling.
been a she.
Okay. All right. I
Like,
get advantage
everybody
on
who
lying and discerning.
Hold on. Everybody we've talked to has been a she?
So far.
Like, have we seen any guys?
No.
What about through the mirror
Yes.
when he was studying? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is bad.
I'll be okay.
We can always place it as we are your bodyguards, basically.
Okay, yeah, your insight check. She passes you guys onto this person on the request as if it were a show of authority. Like they were like, he's like, I got this. And she's like, you know, kind of as you wish type. So
the person that took over is of a higher hierarchy than...
Seems to be, yes.
Seems to be. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna try to make a not as obvious look over to that person, but I'm gonna hint to Destiny like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That might be someone who's important.
I'm gonna roll a insight on him to see if I...
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for...
if I caught on to Ash Eye's whatever.
Yeah, you guys have been together for a while.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you get that classic like
the eyeball bulge. Like,
yeah, that's the whole like get this motherfucker.
Yeah. Serenity will be like, you know, it's all right. It's cool.
She's all like,
everything's going to plan.
Destiny just looks right back here like, duh.
Hey, I'm just like, okay.
Haven't you been watching the mirror for 4 days? What the fuck?
No.
Do.
Yeah. I think I can go one more, right?
Oh my god, so bright.
Yeah, it gets bad, man. I didn't mean to do that. I put a wall in there. There, no wall. Yeah. Well, I couldn't see the walls. I forgot to mark them in. There. Come up to the wall. And you see, he takes that scale, and touches it to the tree, and vanishes.
I'll do the same.
Okay.
Same.
Follow right in suit.
Okay, hang on a second. Stop moving. Oh. stacked. Is that what happened here? That is what happened. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you guys show up. It's like subterranean. So, yeah, you guys are somewhere subterranean.
Is there crystal behind us?
Yeah, this. Oh, here, let me. Like right here, there's a similar like wall with a weird glow. So there's a similar spot. He's like, come.
Follow.
Like, effectively, you guys will at least temporarily sleep up in this area. Okay. Okay, I see what I'm at. That's the only thing I don't like about when I target multiple targets, because the vision gets all super weird. And effectively up here will be where you guys like eat. Up in this area.
Okay.
So,
have we seen any men yet?
Down here it's kind of split.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, up top, it was all women except for the person leading you around right now. But down here, it's hit and miss. Yeah, you see a couple dudes down here.
Okay.
These things, if you look up by the eating area, those outcroppings are basically smaller versions of the shit you saw up before you came through the tree.
Okay.
They're like small, just little gem clusters. And they are radiating light also.
I hope light is all they're radiating.
Well, you know. 5G, dude, you're all gonna die. So, yeah, for the short term now, he'll leave you to your little quarters clutch here, so that you can kind of settle in, whatever. And then they'll send someone for you shortly to, like, basically, like, you know, assign you jobs, effectively. Find out what you do and don't know and things like that. They'll send someone.
Okay.
So.
Did they tell us anywhere we can't go?
Not yet.
Okay.
So, but yeah, these, I'm gonna pull this one away. These two people right next to you here, they do seem to be guard post-ish. If that makes sense.
Kind of standing around making sure we don't...
Yeah, they're kind of just chilling in front of this little hole for little to no suspected reason. Now, you do see they carry maces, short bows. God damn it. And the where is it? Let me do this before. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Chainmail, shield and mace seems to be the standard for gear. Like I said, some have short bows.
Okay.
But that seems to be like the standard gear for a majority of these people.
I'll chat with our guards.
Mm-hmm.
Just casual conversation.
Yep.
What's your names?
And they'll tell you. They don't
Where'd
see
you come from? How long have you been here? How great is Numquat?
Yeah, the split second you say it wrong, they will correct you.
I didn't say it wrong. Nat.
Like I said, you've only heard it said once. So they do correct you.
Yeah.
Yeah, knocked farts.
Knock farts.
Yeah. And the one will tell you, actually, who's wearing the comprehend languages?
Gavin is, and Grixus, I believe.
Grixus and Akai.
Okay. Effectively, every time they say that name, it registers through the helm as night quartz.
Night quartz?
Yeah. Like it seems to be another language. Like that's what they're saying, just in another language. Because that's how the helm is processing that word.
And what is night quartz? Amethyst. Yeah.
But they will kind of correct you on the pronunciation.
Yeah.
And the one even kind of giggles. He's like, it takes a minute to get used to. Dragon names are always like that.
Yeah. But yeah, ask them about their jobs. What is their function?
They effectively are a receiving committee, more or less. Their job is to take care of you, make sure that if there's something you need, we get for you, things like that. And then eventually they will follow you through early stages of, I don't want to use the word indoctrination.
Assimilation?
Yeah, that's probably a better word. Through the early stages of that to get you used to how things work here. They'll probably go with you on your first outing to see how you handle things like that, small stuff. See how you fare, more or less.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Destiny's like, should I kill him now? Like, how do I wait?
See, the piece of resistance that would do for Destiny is if she could get enough in their minds that she can go up to any two of them and attack, and the person that she doesn't attack counts as flanking for said attack.
For the first attack. After that, you're in trouble.
But I'm just saying, to be that good, that convinced that she is so it's like she's attacking him, so he must be against our cult. I shall help.
Oh, you mean this person I met today?
Okay.
All right. But yeah, they kind of lay down the basics. Yeah, a lot of times they do outings for I don't want to like the way that they describe it the same way that we know that churches describe like missionaries, where they send them out and they're like, we go out, for a purpose, and we help do whatever to an area and try to, bring the balance or whatever. And then, and then they circle back, and sometimes it's a raise money thing, sometimes it's a raise people thing, things like that. They have scattered like barter deals with different cities and different castles in the area, to get things they need. Their supply system and stuff like that. So it's been set up for a while. Like you said, you'd ask how long they've been there. Of the two, the person who's been here the longest, been here a little over a year. They tell you it's been a good year.
It's been a good year?
Yeah, it's not too bad being here. It's kind of chill, but the downside is, they really don't, like, these two don't really get to go on some of the more major missions. They haven't, earned enough rank or whatever to be qualified for that. So, but it's okay. They get to talk to the people that do. They hear the stories and things like that.
Mic off.
So there's a good
Mic
chance
on.
that it'll be a while before we get to do anything really cool.
One kind of jokingly says, well, once we get you trained, you get our job and we get to move on out. Yeah.
We'll see how trained you guys are. I wonder how walking around with Carpal on the lump, I'm just trying to pass off as Carpal.
Just a dumb kid.
Okay. Well, like I said, that's kind of how I'll fill in the time until someone comes and gets us. Just,
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll send a message to Carpal and make sure he's watching over us and keeping an eye on things in the mirror.
Okay. Oh, it's good. Well, it's a couple hours before anybody actually returns.
We can do shots!
We're going striking!
Yeah.
So we could also give the guards these some of those dwarven whiskey, knock them out, see how that goes.
Not yet. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying not yet.
So, Serenity,
Options.
From these guys, we know that it's kind of basically a subdivision of the Cult of the Dragon. Is that what we know?
I don't know. So far, they're sounding pretty good. Very philanthropy.
Yeah. Well, what's really curious to me out of character right now is this guy saying how good of a year he's had, knowing full well that like a month ago their dragon was murdered.
Oh, it was within this year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was
like
only a few
month
weeks ago.
Maybe 2 weeks ago at the most.
Okay.
I know for us, it was like a year and a half ago.
Now, during this couple hours, though, Panda, they will try to straighten out your symbol for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, that's not how you present that.
I'm sorry. I'm new.
They know. They know. We get all the new guys. You know,
I think mine's on upside down.
We're in processing. You know? In and out processing right here. CIF, baby. Come on. It's dirty. We ain't taking it back.
But it's brand new. It's still in the plastic.
It's still in the air-sealed plastic bag you gave it to me in.
Look, if I take it out of the bag, it's going to lose its resale value in 20 years. Like, taking out a Star Wars from the booster, okay? If I left all my Star Wars toys in their original packaging, I'd be retired a millionaire by now.
No, man. You need to look into what CIF is in the military.
Yeah,
it's fucking retarded.
Yeah, seriously.
They're the office that gives you all your gear.
Yeah.
And they'll give it to you jacked up and old and scratched and whatever. And I don't know how they get old scratched up stuff because they never accept old scratched up stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you turn it in, basically, if it's not brand spanking new, they won't take it back. And they'll bill you for anything they don't accept.
Yep.
So you either got to clean it, buy another one, whatever you got to do to get the hell out. And you have to do it every post you leave. It sucks.
Yeah.
So bad. And yeah, you can literally get something brand new in the bag, never open it, go to hand that bag back, and they'll be like, "We can't accept that."
Yeah. Oh man, such BS.
How?
And that's the thing that gets me. It's like the stuff that you get is so jacked up. What are they doing with all the brand new stuff?
Taking it back to clothing and sales?
Yeah,
they're going to the black market, buying all the stuff up. Going down to the surplus stores, they're buying all the stuff up, issuing it to the soldiers. Then they're taking the new stuff that the soldiers are turning in new, giving it back to clothing and sales, and just it's all a gambit for money. It's so nuts.
Because
so crazy.
One of the guys in 208, that's what he went to frickin' Leavenworth for.
Black market
was doing that stuff. He was he got caught at CIF. He was doing red cycle in CIF and started doing that.
That's good stuff.
I think he got turned in because he started encroaching in on the normal guys' racket.
Yeah. Like, you're digging into my profits there, boy.
Yeah.
But I know it was like that. We had that happen in Korea. Our site got hit by some Koreans that just stole a bunch of gear and shit. And one guy went down to the black market to try to, replace his stuff. It literally found the BDUs with his name still freaking on it for sale.
Oh, jeez.
And he's like, "This is my stuff." And they're like, "Nope." He's like, "That's my name." They were like, "Nope." He had to buy it back. Yep. It was nuts.
I had to do that with my gas mask.
Dude,
my gas mask. I freaking had to buy it back.
I was gonna say, if it was your gas mask though, that means your supply sergeant's not taking care of you, because a gas mask is one of the few things that is 100% replaceable using only fix-it parts. You can completely replace the entire gas mask by ordering parts.
Yeah.
You can build
every part on that's replaceable.
Yep. That just means you weren't in good with supply.
No, that means I had a dick of a sergeant that you couldn't tell shit to, or your ass was going to be rung up on a Article 15 at a drop of a hat.
Well, we had one kid do that. He didn't lose his mask, but he had set it on a tire, and we rolled out, and they literally drove over it. It just got totally done.
Yeah.
It shattered the eyeglass thing, and it cut up the rubber, and it was just all fucked up. And supply was like, "Give me about a week." And he came and just piece parted him an entire mask, and was like, "Build it and you're good." Just he's like,
yeah.
So yeah, it's all
no,
who you know, whatever.
Yeah, it was after you left. for Korea that this happened, and it was a bullshit deal because it got swiped.
Yeah.
I mean, it straight up got stolen, and I got told I need to come up with one, or I was gonna get rung through the ringer.
Dude, just bill me for it. I don't care. Whatever. Just
Yeah, you know.
bill me for it.
But yeah, it was a bullshit. I was so glad when I left 208 the first time.
The first time.
Yeah. I was actually happy to go to Korea by then.
But go over there and still wear the 108th badge. It's like, no! We had one sergeant do that. He went over there, kept the same patch, then came back, and still didn't change his patch. Like, this is bad. They said they got there and supply told him, like, hey, you didn't have to buy your badges. We'll give them to you. He's like, no, that's where I just left.
I have to say, my patch that I had in Korea was one of the coolest ones I ever had.
They replaced his little emblem thingies on his Class A's, but that was it.
That was it. Now, both my emblems and my patches from Korea were freaking awesome. I loved them because my patch was the shield with a lightning bolt and a sword in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was from second signal, first signal, something like that. I can't remember anymore. And then my badges were orange with dragons on them. And they just looked cool.
That was the one, yeah, the side view of the head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or no, it was the full body Chinese dragon with grape leaves, and it had Uptime Morente around the bottom. It was a freaking badass.
It's not the one I'm thinking of. That okay, cool.
No. But, yeah, after I got out, I went ahead and I swapped out that stupid Deeds Above Words off my beret and put the one from Korea back on it. Because that was a much cooler looking pin.
All right, well, dude here comes back eventually.
Yeah.
And yeah. So he comes to collect you guys. To go. And effectively, he will lead you back up to the exit area, back out the tree.
Okay.
It is so bright. Okay. But yeah, they say they're having issues. What the heck is that? Okay, there we go. But yeah, they want to effectively test your worth.
Okay.
And they've been having some issues locally. There's some encroachment and stuff like that. So they want to kind of see how you handle yourselves and whatever. Now, none of you... Panda, are you sword and board or no?
I can do sword and board and great master or great sword.
Okay.
So I have both on my person.
What were you asking?
If
So I am carrying my shield on my back.
If Panda was sword and board or not.
I mean, realize,
Yeah, I can do
by
both.
the way, that at this point, Gavin basically wearing chainmail, and he's also got a shield strapped on his back.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
he went cleric, didn't he?
Yeah. Or if anybody asked, it was years ago. Trained in the town's militia or something like that. That's why he carries it. Ironically enough, Gavin would actually fight like with shield, but no weapon in his hand. That's actually how he probably would fight.
I don't know what it's called. All I know is the sound it makes when it kills a man.
So actually, Gavin would fight like Captain America. Shield only. Nothing else. Just not anywhere as effective.
No. Because you ain't going to throw that shield.
From that shield.
Yep.
Why not? I mean, it's not getting back, but that's different.
Because I'm not getting it back.
Yeah.
And also, my strength's like 8. Actually, is my strength 8?
Just make it
like
17.
8? Yes, my strength is 8. So yeah.
You could probably take out a 3rd grader then. By throwing the shield. Maybe. If he was sick and not paying attention.
Maybe.
Yeah, you'd have a decent chance, at least 30%.
Okay. Here we go. Just setting up the map real quick. And I need that person.
These guys don't have any strange animals around here, do they?
Yeah, oddly enough, you see, like, no wilderness wildlife around. Okay. So, yeah, he kind of leads you off into the woods, away from the gem area. And he talks how they try to, keep this area protected and make sure, no one that lives or works here, make sure we're all safe and stuff. And references the elimination of extreme evils, things like that. So.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
He takes you out in the woods, like I said. Hang on, I'm trying to. There we go. I'm back. Okay. Tells you that in this area has been noted some unnatural things that need removing.
For what reason?
I put the one on. I didn't want the one on there. Because it's been deemed unnatural.
Unnatural? Are these things not from this world?
They were. But from the sightings and from the reports we've seen, it's undead.
Ah!
So, yeah, your first mission, like I said, that's why they were asking what, like clerical backgrounds or whatever you guys had. They kind of want to give you this as the first test to see, how you handle yourselves against such things.
Alright, well, the moment he says undead, I'm gonna unwrap my beloved greatsword and put that bad boy out. All right, let's see. Let me put my aura.
Yeah, you whip out the greatsword, and the cultist raises an eyebrow like, oh yeah, it's a little bigger than stuff we use.
Like I said, I train with the sword for holy reasons.
I mean, not to knock it, but I mean, a quick death while preferable is still not always the right answer.
Well, potato.
So yeah, it's supposed to be somewhere down this pathing. So,
okay. Oh, let's go take a look for it.
All right. Well, the moment my thing starts glowing, that'll let us know that one of them's on our way.
Yep. So as Ash moves, I will let y'all.
I'll take a lead with Destiny or Serenity.
Stop.
Stopped.
Stop. Because I'm about to ruin.
There's one around.
Okay. Because you know distance, direction, all that junk, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. So, like I said, Grixus came up with you too, so Grixus is up here. And this guy's like really tailing behind.
Keeping his distance, or is he like...
Are you guys not glowy? You guys aren't glowy.
Did you modify our tokens or our tokens from our sheet?
Oh, that's right, because I grabbed tokens from the sheet. And let me go get your other tokens, your glowy tokens. You guys are glowy tokens now. Whoop. You're right. There we go. Glowy tokens! You have to repop your 60, but there we go. So, yeah, as you get up, like I said, you sense some undead.
Okay, we sense the undead. I point them out. Why can't I touch anything?
Oh no, they're undead. How can we kill them?
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Can I look?
Is that a fucking skeleton, really?
Are they? Let's look at them. Can I discern what they are?
Yeah, they're skeletons.
Just regular skeletons.
Really?
Shit, I can't touch anything. What's going on?
You need to refresh your screen.
Yep.
It might have hiccuped when I swapped the tokens.
So they're just plain old skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
No aim and direction, just wandering.
Well, they're kind of just in the area.
Can you whistle at them? Bring them in?
Hey guys, over here.
We don't have a dead Waylon. Do we still have tabs on Waylon?
What do you mean?
We didn't resurrect her.
She's still in your bag.
We didn't? I thought we did.
The
Oh,
dead
she's
body.
still in
No,
the bag?
we did not. We did not. There was a. You asked me individually, and I asked in an open channel, and the answer was no. We don't have her. Or we did not resurrect her, but we still have her body.
Yeah, you still have the
We
body.
can't.
Okay, did we ever gentle repose her at all?
Well,
We
the
asked
issue
questions.
is, hang on. Now, the way I described it was, I asked you where her soul was. Because you need that, and you need it to be willing in order to res her first.
But we have the soul body of the soul or whatnot.
You had a body, but you knew the soul was in your sword at the time.
So we have the body of the soul, or the personification of the soul.
Kind of. And when I looked it up, it effectively, what you had was a revenant, which was Waylon. Okay, which is basically a soulless body which is alive. You know, driven by purpose alone to survive. That died. If you res it, you know that its soul right now is still trapped.
Okay.
So it was delayed on attempting to call her back. So that was that.
So we still have to find her soul? Or
No.
the body?
We gotta find her body.
You have her body.
Okay.
Well,
You have
no,
a
we
body.
have her soul.
You have a body. You have her clone body.
That's so confusing. Magic.
Well, remember her real body. You took back to Lady A's castle. Shit went down. Everybody scattered. You technically lost the real body. So.
Does Tani and them have it?
No.
Okay, so. Locate object, or locate person.
It'd be an object. It's a dead body.
Alright. Something to look forward to. Alright, so now
we just had a
are.
huge discussion about that in another Discord. They were talking the differences between a creature and an item.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, I sense one. The skellies.
yeah, there's skellies in there.
Intentions are just wandering, not protecting. They're just.
Yeah. Do they take notice? Like, if you, like, whistle them in?
Kinda.
Whistle at them.
Like,
Yeah.
they kind of look over, like, you know, like, oh, look.
Fresh meat.
They're not effectively hungry, but yeah.
I
I'll
don't
take
know
a
what
few steps
skeletons
closer.
eat. Maybe they eat dice. I don't know.
Clicky clacks.
See if I see
Rocks.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call back to the occultists and I'll be going like, these your baddies?
He's kind of like squinting through the trees. He's like, looks like it might be, yeah.
These are the ones giving you trouble?
It's like, yeah, if you see them, they're probably what was reported to us, yeah.
Alright, scatter them away. Let's do this.
Who's going left? Who's going right?
I will go right with the new formed cleric.
Okay.
I will stick with Grixus, like usual.
Alright, go ahead and roll your initiative.
You want to wait for them to come to us? I think that's the plan. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
rolled the initiatives.
There we go.
What is my second? I've got 3 + 3 + 3. That's too much.
1 should be your dex.
The other is for my bardic jack of all trades. Got something else in there somewhere that's not supposed to be right. That's probably not right.
Trying to think of what. You don't have a magic item.
No, I don't have anything that would give me plus other than that.
Because Serenity has like observant or something weird like that or whatever that gives her advantage. I know that.
It might have been that last time it wasn't picking up on my jack of all trades, and I added a 3 modifier. Yeah.
And Grixus has something that gives him advantage also.
Right. So I've just got.
That's nice.
Yeah, mine should just be 3 + 3. That's my initiative.
So it's 24. Okay. All right. There we go.
My turn. All right. So is this guy how intently is he watching? I'm more watching him.
Like I said, according to Ash's aura, that's 60 feet. So he's back there a ways. He's just kind of let you wander off in front. He's like, yeah, as far as we know, this is what we've been told is in the area.
How much coverage is there? What time is it bright? Can I see him pretty clear? Would he be able to easily see anything I do?
Yeah, no, he's not trying to hide or anything.
Okay.
Whoa, where'd all my music go? Well, I'm definitely going to have to look into that.
I hear it.
No, I'm showing that this is the only song in my playlist.
Oh.
So weird. Okay.
All right. Well, there we go.
Anyway.
Okay. Sorry. Wrong double click. Boom. Done. Did he take the damage?
It did not. Did you target anybody?
Yeah, it should be targeted. It rolled the save. It rolled the save for Skeleton 6. It said he failed the save, and he should have taken 18 damage.
Actually, it's not letting me target him. Oh, I know why. Yeah. There we go. And it did 18.
Mm-hmm.
It just explodes. Yeah, it explodes and like just a fling of bones just.
Decent. He didn't take my damage either.
Did also not. God damn it! I'm gonna do this manually. This is gonna suck. Yeah. Again. Yeah. You just rip it apart.
I still have 10, so I'll go there. Sneak attack. I still have advantage on him. Oh. Why did it do that? Anyway, it didn't take the 12.
doesn't matter. Like I said, these things are like exploding.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna chuck my sword at him.
You're gonna throw your sword? Okay. At the closer one there?
Chosen 5, yep.
Alright.
Then I'm a bonus action it to my person.
Okay.
Kind of brush off the ash and bone meal.
Let's see, where is Grixus? He doesn't have a speed filled out. You turd. Okay, what's his speed? He's what? 40. Anybody know his move right off the top? Is it 40 or 50?
Suppose he doesn't have it on his character sheet.
Of course not. He literally has written down 0. I'm looking. I see a +10 because he's a barbarian, but
Yeah, I think that's the only plus he gets.
well, but I'm saying as a Goliath, does he start at 40 or
No, Goliaths are 30.
are they?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Too far. Still too far. God damn it, I'm too far away. Deer answer. That's all I could do. It's too far. Ooh. Yay! Boop. Oh, it's not working. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check my QOL. It seems to be hiccupy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Skeleton! 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 Ah! Oh, sweet.
Oh wow. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, for 8.
Woohoo! Take that.
I didn't get my damage taken out of me.
I know it's not working. You're gonna have to do it yourself.
Got it.
That's right. That's what we were just saying. Like for whatever reason, it's being all hiccupy.
All good.
Okay. Let's see. I'm guessing the one near Ash.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's
Skeleton
okay.
pole.
It's just like I said, yeah, with the thing.
You did target him.
Whoop. I didn't mean to erase him. Just kill him. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I gotta go move my son from beds, so I'll be back in a second.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see these slither out from within the lower grasses. Start slithering forward.
Bone Naga. Do I know what that is?
Possibly.
Is there any do I know if there are anything dangerous to watch out for from a Bone Naga?
They cast.
Oh, okay. That's undead. Okay, I'm going to target it, and I'm going to attack it.
All right. They're undead, so you get your undead junk to it.
Undead junk.
Whopping 2.
It all adds up, man.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to second attack with my fist. And as I swing at it and hit it, I'm going to grapple it.
Okay.
With my bonus action. Oh wait, forgot that one. Okay, and damn.
Woo! No, you don't.
All right.
You go to hug on it. It's weird hugging just no meat. Just nothing but little spiky ribs.
Bone Nagas.
Like, yeah. You be alright. Don't worry about me. I'm just here to... Oh. Where's Grixus? Here we go. Boop. I got you. Like, this is how we roll. Hassan, chop. Or no.
Oh, that's horrid.
He's like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, wait, no. He had advantage. Wait. I didn't roll with advantage. I'm going to roll again.
Much better.
Much better.
And there's 3 hits to follow. Or 2 hits.
No. There will be no more hits. Oh, there will be more hits. That doesn't kill it. There we go. That does it. There we go. Yeah, he lays it out. No issue. There you go. You get your own.
Tell me again why Grixus left me out all by myself.
You be alright. See. Okay, Gavin.
He's moving his kid.
Okay.
So far, just imagining this dude just watching us destroy skeletons. It's like poof, 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 poof.
Where did you say you learned your trades?
Like I said, we make a living with our swords.
All right, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Bone nuggets.
Yeah, as the skeletons fall, they pretty much just heads up out of the grass and start moving in.
So 18.
Gonna use my bonus action to disengage and then dash over here.
Okay. That one's dead.
I know, but that's as far as I could go.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one like rears back its head and stares at Ash. You kind of feel it, but you're able to shake it off. You're definitely able to shake it off. But yeah, you can tell it's trying to control you somehow.
How dare the undead try to touch me with its eyes? Want to look at it? Alright. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna grab my sword, thrust it into the ground, put up the dukes, and swing. And swing again.
Did you just kill him with your fist?
You did. He just stuck his sword on the ground, turned around, and just punched this thing until it shattered.
I'm gonna pick up the sword. And I'm gonna move through all these people. I'll position myself here.
You're making me chase these fuckers around. I had that one.
Why? Just stay put. Let him come to you.
He did.
No, he didn't.
The other guy just watching us just go back and forth in the battlefields left and right. Like, what are you guys doing?
He's inside your aura. Your aura gives more than a. He's gonna need a +6.
Gives him 4.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, give him 4.
Alright. Well, Grixus locks up. And you see this thing staring at him in Cobra position.
See, I told you, we're not that confident. We can't even, save against a low-level spell.
It's also a wisdom. These it wasn't intelligence. Oh, he cast a old person.
Yoink. Boom.
If it wasn't for the capstone feature I get with my oath, I would have already went probably one level into cleric for my level 20.
Well, you don't even get channel divinity until 2nd level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you couldn't turn
It
on
really,
anyway.
it wouldn't, well, Paladins get channel divinity, but not turn undead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As a cleric,
Yeah.
to get it as a
Right.
cleric, I think you get it at 2nd level.
Right.
14.
Yes, because I do not have it.
Okay. Alright. He's locked up. Only way I can save him is by putting out the head of this beast. Let's do this. I don't have advantage, so we're going to target you. First, make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. Once. Twice. Could the
You
first
get
one roll its
You get one more undead bonus here. $42 total. It dies.
Does Grixus come back from being paralyzed?
No. Wait a minute.
I think.
Is that a concentrated spell? Nope. He has to wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Well, he gets another
He gets
wisdom
another save at
each
the end of
turn,
everyone.
but it's not a concentration spell, so yeah, even with it down.
Hold person is a concentration spell.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's one of the reasons I dumped it.
Okay. Oh. I thought it said in the thing when you popped it up if it did or it didn't. Okay. Here. Look at it here.
Oh, it is a concentrating spell because he's concentrating.
Oh yeah, it is a C. Okay, yeah. I was looking in the wrong spot for the status. All right. Sure. Yeah. There you go. There's your piddle.
Yay.
Is my sword still glowing? Oh, no, it's
No.
not.
Yeah, it actually
Okay.
dims out.
Poke the Naga with the sword. Come on, do something.
Do something cool.
So this was a test, right? Yeah, a test.
Kinda. This has been a test.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, the person here,
Mm-hmm.
like, watching you and they're like, who brought you to us?
Say the guy's name again.
Okay. I'll have to see to it he gets some sort of promotion. So that was very highlighting. And he acknowledges that at least Gavin faced them as a cleric.
Gavin's gonna kind of try and bluff his way. It's like, when I was young, I trained in the halls of a temple, but never wore the robes and never was indoctrinated. Picked up a couple things here and there, though. But I wouldn't consider myself a cleric. I mean, it's not like I banished a holy symbol and banished those guys to the fires of the abyss.
Okay. Okay. I said he seems to just kind of, know how you took it. Perhaps we should find something a little more challenging next time as to not kill it so fast. After all, it's as has been said, a quick death is preferable when one was killed, but death isn't always the answer.
Oh, lucky for us, these were already
Death
dead.
is not always the answer, but this is not natural.
This is true. They needed to die.
If something were to be able to reason, well, of course, reasoning would be our first preference, but as these were mindless minions of the undead.
Perhaps next
And the undead are perpetrators of the balance of natural order.
Perhaps your next test we should intervene with something that's able to talk back then. And they'll kind of lead you back through the forest.
Yeah, that's always worked out for us in the past.
Yeah, Yep. But yeah, they'll take you back to the little outing, the little clearing area. Kind of send you back to your little cave area. I'll let you know it was a interesting first day. So effectively, you'll get led back here. But I gotta fix a couple of these. Yeah, I gotta fix a couple. Okay. All right. But yeah, like I said, effectively for the rest of the day anyway, you'll kind of be left to yourselves, at least here.
Any messages from Carpal of any comings and goings?
Not really. So not anything like outstanding. He's like, dude, I see you.
Yeah, had to punch a couple of Nagas and bones. Sort of a waste of time.
A what?
It's like, we'll show you. I was like, I'll show you in an encyclopedia once we get to town.
He's like, man, I gotta teach you all the cool undead shit. Make you a necromancer yet, boy. I mean, I'm gonna have a necromancer train you so you know what you're up against. Yeah. So, on the short, you're not gonna get bugged the rest of the day.
Okay.
Would I be able to slip away and kind of explore around a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
Where you go?
I'm gonna do.
Like you going here? You going top side?
Well, I'll start out down here.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky about it? You're just gonna walk around.
Is there such a thing as casually sneaking?
Why casual?
I mean, I get what you're saying. You're trying to do. You're like, I belong here, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly. I belong here, but just kind of staying low profile, not being completely blatant about it. But if I catch someone, or like if I come around a corner and there's someone there that sees me, it's not like I'm gonna freak out. Like,
my bad.
Is this where the bathroom is? I'm not gonna be like that. Like I'm supposed to be here. If I get caught in a place that I am not supposed to be, it's not like anybody told me that I couldn't be there.
This is true. Not yet, anyway, huh?
Yeah.
So anyway,
All right.
I'll give some. I'll walk around. I'll be a glowing orb of sunshine.
Yep. Yeah.
Anything stand out yet?
No.
Or is it all just cave?
It all is kind of cave. Like there's some stuff I didn't put in there because putting furniture and stuff on maps is harder here than it is in Roll20, admittedly.
Yeah.
But I just didn't do it because everything is miniature tile BS. But I mean, there's dressings and things like that down here for different areas. Like your guys' area has, you know, like little straw mats and things like that. The food area has, you know, little tables with you know, basic stocks and stuff like that. So these guys will stop you.
These guys stop me?
Yeah, they'll step out.
Like, what's up?
Yeah, hey, yeah, you can't really come here. Like, you need to turn around. Go the other way.
I'll ask what seems to be the problem.
Be like, because this area isn't yours.
Whose is it?
I got it written down. It belongs to Knox Falls.
You had to look it up too?
I need to make sure I get. I need to make sure I get, because I know that K is in there somewhere.
Yeah, Knoxville.
Yeah.
I'll be like kind of excited that this is his room.
I mean, it's a relatively large area. I'll let you roll a perception, whatever.
Okay. Perception. Is that pretty good?
It's a slight mauve with a bit of sprinkled glitter. Now, yeah, you can see back there is not like a conventional room as you would expect to see a room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything alive back there, but what you do see is those crystals that are in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You do see some scales like tied to them, and it does seem to be like it's like either absorbing the energy or like what's causing the scales to glow or whatever is coming from this crystalline. They have it like prepped. You do see like what would be considered food, but not necessarily for humans. There's like a whole deer laying there. Shit like that.
Okay.
Sacrifices. Sounds unholy.
That and the area is pretty huge.
They're in what?
The area is pretty huge. I mean, even just from this entrance, I mean, that's... The distances are pretty hefty.
That's about a big-ass lobby.
It's a big area.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to press the issue. You know, like I said, I'll...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool. I was just exploring, so... I'll tootle my way off.
You've explored enough. Now you go now.
I'll be coming back there. They following me out?
One guy does. All right, Destiny, you walk in on a couple people knocked out.
Seriously, are you following me?
Yeah, clank, clank,
Yes.
clank, walk, walk, walk.
There's people sleeping here. How disrespectful. I walk around quietly.
Yeah.
No wonder I can't sneak anywhere.
Well, you should wear heavier armor.
Just want to make sure nothing goes a little awry.
Nothing will go awry, and if it does, I caused it. I mean, seriously, you've been around me for over a year. You don't know this? If you hear screaming, you know who caused it.
That's why it's usually me walking around now. It's like, all right, cool, let's follow around and make sure nothing happens. And if I'm there, that means something can still probably happen. Just I'll be there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait until evening when most people are like kind of knocking out.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go up top.
Okay.
Pretty much do the same thing up there.
Okay.
And I'll start offering our guards some of that.
Be right back.
Dwarven whiskey.
Okay. They'll try some. Okay. Yeah, they'll try some. Sure. And it effectively, yeah, we'll put them on their tuchus.
Be bragging to him, yeah, brewed this last month.
Funny, she doesn't look Truish. Yeah, the people effectively on the left side of the map, they shuffle around every now and then. They leave, go upstairs, come back down, whatever. All right.
These guys are just standing there, just chilling.
More or less.
Guard duty.
Yeah, effectively. Okay. All right. Get back on your guys' map. So, you say you're going up top that night?
Yeah.
Anybody else do anything?
No, but Gavin will kind of, tell Serenity, hey, look, when you go, just let me know.
You said at night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know you're going. Yeah, just let me know.
Again.
Just let Gavin know you're going so he knows to be awake and alert just in case.
Say when or where?
When?
When?
Gavin,
Okay.
Gavin assumes. Gavin has known Serenity long enough. He knows she's not staying put.
Oh.
He's basically saying, so he's basically like, when you go, just let me know so that come bail your ass out.
Hey, how big is a badger?
A
Bigger than a
regular
bread
badger?
box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like...
I mean, Serenity, the other... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Like a medium-sized dog, I think.
Shit, that's very noticeable.
Yeah.
So, Serenity, the other options that are available to you, aside from going invisible, if you would prefer to go invisible, would be I could turn you into, like, a rat. Or some other, like, inconsequential animal if you wanted to have kind of free roam of the place.
Okay. Well, a couple problems with that is one, if I do get caught, I don't want to look suspicious.
Okay.
Two, have you seen another animal around here?
That's also a thing with the wild. Like, how big is a badger? At least with a badger, I can burrow underneath all this shit.
So I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I've talked my way out of worst.
All right, looking on the thing, a badger is actually classified as tiny. So you're looking at under 2 feet. Yeah, you'd be looking at probably under 2 feet. Like I said, it's probably about the size of a smaller end of medium dog.
cool. For future reference.
All right.
How long is it to like learn a language? Isn't it close to a few weeks? 12 weeks?
It's a hot minute. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 250 downtime days and 250 gold pieces.
Can I get a head count of who I see?
Yeah, hang on.
Roaming around.
I didn't do that. Yeah, I did. Wait a minute. Putting doors back on. You see probably, honestly, less than a dozen people up here.
Okay.
At least now.
Yeah. How far out does the perimeter seem to be?
When you guys left to go to that other area, like, once you get away from, like, the basic glow of this gem area, you didn't see much else past that. Once that tree line kind of broke away from that, the direction you went, you didn't see much more.
Okay. Is there anything else other than the tree kind of out here?
No. I mean, it's forested. You could wander wherever.
But no other outcroppings, areas there seem to be guards guarding?
The people you see are within this area here on the map. You don't, if you're looking for people out further, you at least at a minimum don't see any glowy lights.
Okay. Do each of these formations seem to have an inner area?
Yes. That's why I changed them all to door. This one way up here in the far upper left does not. Where these two people are standing, like right over here.
You're right.
It doesn't seem to be, but it looks like they might be like working on it.
Trying to establish one, maybe?
Maybe grow it or just carve into it or whatever.
Okay.
cultivated into another room.
Does the tree itself, does it have a entrance? Because I've seen people go into it.
Like a door? No.
Well, kind of like, how we got into the cavern.
Mhm.
That kind of thing, with using the scale.
Now, touching the scale to it seemed to trigger some sort of porting.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't an actual, like, doorway.
Right.
So, yeah, as you inspect the tree or whatever, there doesn't seem to be a door.
But like I said, will the scale do that? Will it allow me to port?
If you touch the scale to the tree, it will port you back and
Okay.
forth
Where does it take me?
to the cave.
Same place?
Yeah.
So even that one or the little room over there that we first went through, it'll take us to the same place.
What, like?
The one over here?
Look over here.
No, that was a different door. That was actually a room inside, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so where are you talking about?
But over here is where they took us to get into the cave, right?
No. The tree.
Oh, the tree. Oh, we did go into the tree.
You walked up to the tree and touched your scale to the tree.
Okay, I misunderstood there. Okay.
Now, the one way over where you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
you did see someone come out of it when you first got here.
Okay. Maybe I'll go inspect that.
Okay. Like I said, I changed it all to doors, so you should be able to see doors. Because, yeah, your role was where you should be able to understand how they function.
Oops.
Is that these people are fully awake up here.
Yeah.
They all seem to be doing stuff, and yeah, your entrance kind of pauses their activity a little bit. They're kind of
Yeah.
like,
I'll
help you?"
apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize anybody was in here.
wrong gem.
Yeah. Take a quick note of what they're doing before I excuse myself and.
Okay. This front one here seems to basically, how do I word this? Off-duty patrol, as opposed to like the ones outside that are walking around. They're kind of like the standby or whatever, the reinforcement. They're fully geared. They seem ready. They're just kind of sitting and talking.
Okay.
But you see like there are games and stuff in there, like stuff to keep you
busy, occupied.
Yeah, busy, yeah.
Okay.
I gotta get used to that door opening. I'm like, what the hell?
Okay. Oh, I think I'll go ahead and head back and let everyone know what I found, which wasn't much.
Okay. Alright.
Do we still have watchers here, obviously?
Yeah. They're a little tanked out, though. They rolled really bad on their concentration. Or constitution.
That'll allow us to kind of talk in private then.
Yeah.
Like I said, just there's people that are still like on guard up there. Doesn't seem it's not like militant too badly, but I have a count of at least 30 people. And I may have found where the dragon's room is.
Anyway, we could sneak our way in there.
Maybe, but
Like, duh.
there is, but I don't know if we want to do that yet. Another thing is, I have reason to believe that the personnel here in general may not know about the death of the one dragon. And I have a feeling that that may not have been the dragon. Just a hunch. I lost my vision. Everything's black.
Here, hang on. How about now?
Still black.
Can you see your token, or everything is just...
No, I can't see my token or nothing.
In that case,
I
you
need
might
to
want to do a refresh, because
Yeah.
normally, if you have no vision, you can usually at least still see your token.
Right, I couldn't even see my token.
As much glowy lights as we got?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Alright, so the consensus is they don't know that their dragon's dead.
Or
The rank and file don't.
it's either that or the dragon that...
They serve is still alive.
Correct. That may have been another dragon.
That they grew.
Well,
Or hatched.
do you
Or...
remember what allowed you at the mirror to see this place?
Mm-hmm.
The
dragon
scale.
scale.
Because you guys had a scale from the one that died.
Mm-hmm. Well, we saw the body.
Mm-hmm.
They were all like standing around it and mourning.
Revering it.
Mm-hmm.
Would Gavin know just in general, like Cult of the Dragon, like do they raise Dracoliches? Or are they all about the real live living ones?
That kind of varies depending on the kind of loyalty level and the like goal of the cult, I'll say. The goal of the following.
Okay.
So, because yeah, if they're just hard determined, yeah, it might not even cross their mind. Like, yeah, that's gonna happen. That's a thing. But chances are, if there's a following of like a silver dragon or something like that, they might just let him rest. So it's kind of based on the dragon.
Okay. One thing to bring up to you guys. There is a possibility that they may send us to take a certain castle.
That shit would be funny.
We can take that thing down in a heartbeat. We can bring it down.
A certain castle.
If that happens, we have a good chance of taking it without resistance.
Okay, we got the key. You don't have to bust in the gate. We got the key.
Oh, we got the key.
Sure.
How'd you guys get the details?
Yeah. They ran.
I happen to know that there's only 2 people there, and I don't think we're gonna have to kill them.
I don't think there's 2. I think there's 1.
There's 2.
G2.
G2 and Carpal.
Now G2 is in Silvery Moon researching.
Oh, in that case, there's
Okay,
1.
then just 1.
And he has acidic stuff.
It's level 1 pally, man. Don't mess with him.
Hey man, level 1 pally has a god watching him.
Kinda.
Yeah, I just think it would be funny. It's like, okay, your next mission is to take this castle without bloodshed, and we're just like,
Yep. It's supposed to be ours anyway.
It'll be like that Skyrim quest where you go into the Dragonstone place, you grab this Dragonstone, and you go, oh, well, this one? Here.
Yeah.
Hey, spoilers, man, spoilers.
the game's
Holy
been
shit.
out for
I was gonna
10
say,
years.
if you haven't played it yet,
like,
I'm pretty sure whoever's watching it ain't gonna care.
fuck it.
It's like, hey, did you guys know that Darth Vader is Luke's father?
What?
Spoiler alert, man! Spoiler alert.
Says who?
Dude, my son knows the truth, and he hasn't even seen all of Empire Strikes Back yet. It's like,
That's funny.
it's 40 years old. They catch on.
These days, you get about 48 hours. And
Yeah.
then it's a fine. If you didn't want to be spoiled, you should have dealt with that by now.
Yeah, most places I've seen, like on Facebook and stuff like that, no
Yeah,
matter when
40.
it comes out, you have until Monday.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
usually,
but
we'll give you long enough through the weekend. You
Yeah.
got until
I
Monday.
used to watch Game of Thrones the night of, because if you got to Monday morning, it got spoiled if there was anything in there. I mean, even if I'd read the books and all like that, didn't matter. You had to watch it Sunday night because the next day
Everybody's talking about it.
everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, with the Mandalorian and the new Marvel shows, I've noticed it's usually a spoiler moratorium until Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you usually have until like Monday.
All right, what's your call, Serenity? This is more your.
Yeah,
This is more
like I
your
said,
bivouac
I think
than ours.
we play the game, we sit tight for at least a couple days, kind of get a feeling for everything, and then either we're going to come up with one of two things, basically. We need to locate who the leader actually is, and if the dragon's still alive and directing everything, we know who our two targets are. But
you remember that guy that was the messenger the first time?
I remember.
I don't remember him exactly, but he seemed somewhat important, and we haven't ran into him again.
And I hope we don't.
Do you recall what he was? Was he a tiefling?
No, he wasn't. He was half-elf. But yeah, we sit tight, play the game, do what we're told.
I just need a brief distraction, in the morning first thing, so I can cast my spell.
If things go south, you're ready to get us out of here, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just saying.
Whatever you say, boss.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I got, unless they block it.
But yeah, that's kind of the plan. We got to figure out the hierarchy and we need to know who's calling the shots.
And then I want to know, the dragon cult's pretty much their belief system and their goals.
I don't care about that. They're trying to take what we rightfully stole. Therefore, their lives are forfeit.
What's the stealing thing part? We earned it. We caused a dark circle in the world. We earned it.
We'll go with that.
It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
No. We're the only legitimate heirs of Lady A. That was her castle. It's ours. It's ours by right.
No, we technically have the legitimate heir in our sack, but.
We'll deal with that one later because it's been. Yeah, that one.
What?
That one had us fighting dead gods. I don't know.
She's a good cookie.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta go do hay tomorrow. So.
Okay. Well, I want to set this up for you.
Yeah.
So we may or may not be able to do this in chat.
Okay.
In the morning, they will bring you outside.
Just me?
No, all of you as a group.
Oh, okay.
To the outer edge of the site. You see the one here is tied up.
He's tied up?
He's restrained.
Okay.
And you'll notice that one has no more light on them. They're surrounded by guards. The three guards. Yeah, basically you get briefed that this one was caught stealing food and money from the others. So you said you wanted a trial where the person could talk back, unlike the undead. So the four of you will become judge, jury, and or executioner for the outcome of this soul.
Awesome.
And
I like this.
Is where we will stop.
That's one where I'm actually glad I've cast the mind blank, because otherwise the rod would probably take over my personality and judge him completely according to the law, regardless of any other consequences.
Well, the question is, you don't know the law of the group.
Yeah.
And that's why I was trying to find out.
Yep. So yeah, you say if something is mindless, you just smash and kill it. Okay, well, here's a situation where something is not as pure as that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just the way you said that.
What?
Because you get into that situation, Destiny comes up and just smashes the guy, kills him right there.
What's wrong with you?
It's like, why would you do that? I said anything mindless gets killed instantly.
Yeah. Obviously, you're dumb. Right?
Yeah. Oh, we're dealing with this kind of guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
By dumb, you mean got caught.
Yeah.
Well, he's being accused of stealing food and money from the others.
Well, good thing is I do have Zone of Truth, so that'll have...
Apparently they have been, like I said, they have been tied up, and they have had their symbol removed.
Yeah, but sometimes some civilities or some civilizations or groups say that any sort of divination spells are inadmissible in court or legality because they can be faked. For example, you cast Zone of Truth on me, I'll lie to your ass all day long, and you won't know the difference.
And you won't know. And what's worse is if the person who's supposed to be doing the reading is in on it, they can lie.
And the other thing is this, we go casting, we've already shown that we've got certain abilities. We go dropping, second and third level. We go dropping higher level spell slots. Suddenly it's like, wait a minute. Who the fuck are you guys?
That is why you always torture first. Torture never fails.
You know why? Because eventually, whether they did it or not, the torturer will say what you want in order for you to stop.
they're just gonna scream.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yes, it always works, but that doesn't mean you get the truth.
Truth is inconsequential.
You hope that's the truth with the group you're about to demonstrate to.
See, if you don't know the context, going waterboarding in Guantanamo Bay sounds really fun.
Well, in the reality of it, I really want you guys to think about how things have been worded when you've talked to these people before you do this. But this potentially could be something that can be handled in Discord.
Yes.
Because yeah, if you decide to kill this person, like they're restrained, no holy symbol, they're there.
Yeah.
They're there. So.
Yep.
But they leave it, like I said, the way it was worded was you guys are judge, jury, and potential executioners.
Yep.
So it's up to you guys to.
So here would be my first question, and this is the question is, has he admitted to the crime? Has he admitted to it, or is he just accused of it?
As far as you know, you've been told he's been accused.
Yeah, I talked to him.
And you're walking up. You're walking up just now. I showed you the layout, the scenario.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna pick up. So.
Okay. Sounds good.
You have to deal with a thief from within.
All right. Good luck.
Yep.
Hit you guys soon.
Yep.
Hit you guys tomorrow morning on the channel.